Hey folks, have here the game processor from Outdoor Edge. This is their large 12-piece butchering set. Includes pretty much every butchering piece that they make. On back here is just kind of some other stuff they have, other stuff they sell. And here's the case. It comes in a nice plastic case. I've used this for processing my turkey. I've only had this about a month or so I haven't used it on any large game or anything like that. But from what I have used it for, I like it. It works very well. As they say on their website, one of the other advantages, if you're doing any outdoor cooking or even camping, this is a great set to take with you for preparing your food and stuff like that. So it's not just a game processor. It does have other applications. I like it. I'm going to definitely include this in my camping kit just because it's everything's in a case. It all it fits nicely in the case. It's not rattling about. The knives aren't hitting on other stuff, dulling each other around. So this case, it keeps everything nice and together, and it definitely is something I would take with me camping. So let's open it up and look inside here. Here is the cutting board. I'll set that aside. This is the caping knife. It's 3 inches. It's for caping your animal, deer, large game, whatever. This here is the skinner, gut hook skinner. Hook the skin right here and kind of unzip, as they say. I've not used this. I did use this. It works great. This here is the boning fillet knife. It's 5.5 inch. It's for deboning, separating large pieces of meat, removing the silver skin, all that. Here is the large Bowie style butcher knife. This is for cutting steaks, carving roasts, turkeys, stuff like that. I have here the sharpener, tungsten carbide sharpener. I have not used the sharpener yet. Since I haven't owned it that long, I haven't needed to. Here we have the steel stick, and this here is for separating the rib cage. Kind of helps with gut removal and also helps it to cool quicker. We have the game shears. They lock right here. They lock closed. They're spring assisted for easy cutting. It's a serrated edge here. They're very sharp. They also have this little groove right here so that when, if you're cutting a wing or a foot or whatever bone you're cutting, you kind of stick it in here and it kind of holds it in place. If this wasn't here, as you cut, it'd just slip out the end. So that's a nice little design feature on here. Then of course we have the fork, the carving fork. Comes with a pair of gloves. And here we have a 10-inch bone saw. It can also be used for wood. Me personally, when I'm processing deer, I don't cut bone around any of the meat that I'm going to be eating, just for the simple fact of chronic wasting disease. I don't cut bone. Now I'll use this, I would use it to cut a head off or something like that, if I was going to have the head mounted. But I would not use it around any meat that I was going to actually eat. That's just my personal preference. All these blades are made out of carbon 420 stainless steel. Now these I would be careful with these. It says it's stainless steel. I notice there's a spot here, just a little rust spot. And that does happen, if you don't dry it off. I would definitely recommend drying this off before putting it away. That's just a tiny little spot, you know, it'd come off with some little bit of scrubbing. See it here a little bit on this blade here too. So I would, you know, definitely keep an eye on it. Now this set here, it retails for about $80, and you know, it's a nice set. I like it. It's a good set. It does what it needs to do. It's very sharp. It's all hollow ground. The handles on here have been, they are rubberized handles. So when it gets wet, you're still going to have a good grip. And even, you know, if you've ever butchered an animal, you know blood is extremely slippery. And even with blood on the handle, you're still able to get good purchase. This is, you know, it's an $80 set of knives. It's not a $500 set of knives, and you can kind of tell. Now, the blade does go all the way back through the handle, you know, so it's not going to fail at any point. But yet, you know, like my kitchen knives, I have a nice German set of kitchen knives. It's not going to do this, you know, the nice knives are not going to bend. This is not quite as high quality as that, but that's a very expensive set also. One thing I like when I'm cooking, I definitely like a nice set of knives. So that's a little bit of background. I bought my German knives when I was in Germany, paid a lot of money for them because I like a high quality kitchen knife. So with that said, you know, this is not that set. However, it's a very nice set and it does its job great. They're, like I said, they're very sharp. They cut very effective. I didn't have any issues at all processing my turkey, and I've been, you know, I've butchered my own deer using somebody else's knives, and I know that these here will do the job very well. So it is the game processor kit from Outdoor Edge. If you have any questions, let me know. Semper Fi.